Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing to this channel. News are just in. As Mr. Kinuthia Pius has come out to leak a certain news that is going to happen in this government. When I read his tweet, I realized that there is something that is likely to happen, because when you look at the way European countries and IMF flocked at State House, it is a clear indication that Kenya is being controlled with a remote. This comes after William Ruto came out failing Kenyans terribly. During his manifesto, he came out saying that his government was not going to be a discussion of employing bosses or wadosi. But what we've seen is that William Ruto's government has come out to employ people left, right, center, all over the country, with even offices that are not in the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. Even despite it is allowed, William Ruto himself came out saying that they were not going to discuss any issue of employment, because this government was going to be a government of hustlers. So I want us to read whatever Mr. Kinuthia Pius has come out to post in his Twitter handle. Then we continue. This is whatever he's saying. Mass firing of civil servants to take place in August this year. As Ndi said, when the government does not have the slightest of ideas to economic meltdown, mass firing is the only solution to help the government survive. IMF colony. That is whatever Pius Kinuthia has come out to say. Now, something that Kenyans do not understand, and other countries, is that in any case you will adopt and embrace this so-called IMF, they will lend you money, and again they will control you like a remote. And that is whatever is happening in the Republic of Kenya. It has come to identification that, ladies and gentlemen, this government is unable to pay the civil servants that they came out employing. For me, we'll look at the taxes that are being collected. It is less when you combine with payment of debts, payment of civil servants, county governments. When you look ambassadors, at the same time development is making William Samoei Ruto to have a lot of stress. And this comes after William Ruto the other day met IMF leadership. And this connects with after William Ruto was told not to tolerate this kind of civil servants that have been employed in his government. That it is high time for him to start raiding them or eliminating them one by one, so that the taxes that are going to be collected should be actualized in other places, that which can benefit the government towards stabilizing the economy and also solving the issues of debts. But in a matter of fact, I'm seeing this action is not going to reach even August this year. If it is going to be too long, or so long rather, maybe it might be July there, because things are ultimately not in accordance to the expectation of William Samoei Ruto. Because when you look at ministers, William Ruto came out adding more ministers. When it comes to permanent secretaries, William Ruto came out adding more permanent secretaries. When you look at the chief administrative secretaries, William Ruto added more administrative secretaries. When you look at other sectors, parastatals, government agencies, institutions, William Ruto has come out to employ huge amount of civil servants. And remember, they are earning huge amount of salaries. Like for example, Chief Administrative Secretary is earning over 768,000 Kenya shillings. With an adoption of William Ruto's idea that things are not going to be so hard for you. But literally, this comes after the economist advisor David Ndii has come out to reveal that there is a high possibility of mass firing of civil servants to at least make the government have an ideas of economic meltdown. And this mass firing is the only solution for William Samoei Ruto to ensure that his government is going to survive. But in any case, if he's still going to adopt this kind of scenario where everywhere, day in, day out, people are being employed in his government with a huge amount of salaries, then mark my words, you like it, you don't like it, William Ruto's government is not going to survive. At the same time, as the civil servants is blocking certain survival of this government, at the same time, debt is also on place, distracting the survival and destabilization of the government of William Samoei Ruto. So for me, when you connect also with IMF, is an organization that also support a country when it is financially down. And through this pro of IMF, they've come out to realize that when they're giving you their money, they are controlling you like school kids. Don't you do this? You do this, you do this. Imagine someone is giving you money or lending you money, then again he's coming out to direct you on how to use that money. But again, you promised that you're going to pay. At the same time, is loitering and lingering around to at least watch whatever you're doing with it. Which according to me also, the IMF has also their standards on how they always watch the countries that they always support financially. But again, it is too bad for IMF to come out to decide everything. When it comes to the price of fuel, when it comes to price of unga, when it comes to price of electricity. And that is why when they are giving you loans, they came at a point that even controlling the taxes that you should collect, the kind of taxes should be imposed to different goods, and also the prices of commodities across the Republic of India. That is the kind of IMF colony. So for me, when I realized and read whatever Mr. Pius Kinuthia has come out to post in his Twitter handle, I relate it with also what David Ndii said. And David Ndii came out eloquently saying that this government is having ability to survive, but through his survival, they must come out to raise some issues. For example, like firing people. You're being told, you go and sit at home, we'll call you. You go and sit at home, we'll call you. That is whatever they're planning. So is there any consequential towards this action that is going to happen? And is there any benefit of this government doing so? Because if any case they're going to do so, then they're going to benefit, because huge amount of money is being spent on salaries. And this is why William Ruto's government is slagging behind when it comes to capturing and also being consistent on how to deliver to the people and also to make the economy to stabilize. I heard Rigathi Gachagua saying that William Ruto had already made the economy stabilized, which according to us, we are not seeing anything that these people are telling us. Nothing new. You know, it is story, narrative, rhetorics, day in, day out. So for me, I think this time around, if truly this is going to happen, then there's going to be, at the same time, they're going to succeed on stabilizing their government and they might survive. Number two, people might come out hungry and angry at the same time because there will be no money, there will be no job at the same time. So they will be just loitering around looking for another jobs. But for me, this is a good idea. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing.